What's up guys, welcome to today's video. Today, as you all know, it is December, and in December there's Christmas. And what's so special about Christmas? The first Christmas, which is exactly what I've got right here, the birth of Jesus Christ, or also known as the Nativity. Without further ado, this video will be about the building techniques that I used, where to get the parts, how to make it, and everything you need to know how to build this thing, and how to put some detail into your other mocks. Alright, without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, for the first one, it's gonna be about the roof. So for the roof, it may not look sturdy enough, but if you do have other mocks and have to save up some parts, well, this is the right technique to use, because it uses a little bit of parts and still gets the job done. But yeah, it is sturdy as long as you put it at the right place. This technique involves using this new camera piece in between some plates. In my opinion, you could use some 10 by 10 plates. You could use a triangular one, or you could just use the square one. Everything is fine, but I prefer to use the triangular one so it gives it a more rickety look. For the back, you could use a 6 by 6 plate, a rounded one, I prefer. But if it's not a rounded one, just a normal one, it's all okay. And for this, you could just cover it up with any single part you want. Just make sure it fits the color. And for the plates, just make sure that it's more than 8 studs wide. Make sure about that so it won't crumble and it's still sturdy. And as you can see, the roof holds pretty well with the build as long as you put some bricks there to hold it up, and as long as the angel is properly at the right height, yeah, all should be well. You could add some animals on top and boom, you got the roof done. Alright, so for the angel, it just really needs a little bit of illusion to it, and you can make it look like it's floating, but it's really not. You don't need any strings or anything from the up, but instead from the side. Well, let's take a further look into this technique, so let's get to it. As you can see, there is a plate right there. You don't need any holes for it, but that's only one part. For the rest of the illusion, let me show you how. Okay, so for that illusion, you're gonna need some parts. The first one being a pole. Now you don't need an actual transparent pole, just a pole, black one, a brown one, anything, it's okay. But I wanted to use a transparent one, so just in case, from the sides, it still looks like it's transparent, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. The second piece is this piece right here. It's a 4 by 4 plate, but if you don't use the one with the holes, it's okay. Any part is okay as long as it's a 4 by 4 plate. Yeah. You also need this piece, 2 of them if you can, but you only need one of them for the illusion. And of course, you need your angel. For this one, I brought it off something from expo. Oh, wait. And of course, you need an angel for the angel illusion. You can use any type of angel, just as long as it has white or gold wings. Your minifigure doesn't have to be like this, but I just chose this one because it looked like it was the most proper one. So you're gonna have to detach the wings and put a snot plate right there. Snot means studs not on the top, even though they might be still on the top, but there's another one on the side. And you need another one, a hinge piece. Snot bricks, okay, but if you want more posing ability to the angel, I recommend you using the hinge piece. Okay guys, so in the end, this is what it's gonna look like. For this, it has more posability to it, and it doesn't show a pole or anything. And of course, it doesn't matter what pole you have, but it doesn't really make a difference if it's transparent or non-transparent. And for all the animals, I got it from this set right here. Alright, so now for the carriage. So for the carriage, I used this technique. For the cow, I used the cow, not the horse, because I don't have any horses. But if you do have horses, just use horses. I used this technique right here, which uses some chains. You could use ropes, but I use chains because I have more chains than ropes. But if you do have ropes, use them. You don't need chains. Alright, so for the minifigures, I'll start off with this one. So you could put some equipment here. Make sure it's like silver or gold. Anything, it's okay. For the torso and this, you could do it with any fantasy red torso. You could use it from Dumbledore, but I just found this torso lying around, so I used it. And for the next one is the Green King. You could use some equipment, of course, the gifts. You could use a green fantasy torso. Any type, you don't have to make it this type. And you could use a mustache. Make sure it's white. I got mine from a Christmas edition Santa Claus C3PO. That's the image right there. And you could put a cape or a cloak, any color is fine. And for the hat, you could make anything, just make sure it's traditional or anything. I just got this one from this snow hat. And for the Gold King, you could use a face, just make sure it's like middle-aged, and give it a blonde hair, like blonde, brownish, red hair, anything, it's okay. Like, just give it a middle-aged look. For the torso, I took it from a Legacy 2019 Lloyd minifigure, golden one. If you don't have it, you could take it from other minifigures that have torso like this. That doesn't have to be this one, but it gives it off the same look. It doesn't have to be gold, just make it yeah, a light brown color. Yeah. So that's all for the three kings and their carriage. On to the next one. For the carriage, you could use any bricks. Just make sure that it's gray, dark red, black, like any color that gives it a stony look. And use that technique right there, which involves a knot plate, this weird T-piece right here, some 1x2 cheese slopes, and boom, you got it. And for Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus himself, I'm gonna tell you the pieces that you need from other minifigures that you might have, and there are alternate choices. So for Mary, you can have the feet and torso of Zayn. I took this from the Lego Ninjago movie one, this one right here. And for the cloth, you can use any piece of cloth you have lying around, and if you do have some capes, just use them. And for the upper piece of the cloak, you can do it like that, but if you do have a white one or a Lego piece one, you can put it there, because this one is a pretty hard technique. As for Joseph, you can use the torso from Cole, some bearded hair, and a face. The face, you can do anything, just as long as it looks like a middle-aged man. And boom, you got Joseph. If you do want to add more cloak and capes, that's up to you. But personally, I think that this is enough. And for baby Jesus himself, I took some hairs. It could be brown color. I took it from Ron Weasley. You have the option to take it from Ron Weasley. That's the alternate option. But you can use hairs lying around as long as it's light brown, brown, or red. For the face, you could use Emmett's face or any other face, just as long as it's smiling. Any Emmett face would work from any minifigure. Make sure it's a male one. For its body, I just used a 1x1 rounded brick, and boom, you've got Jesus. For the hay or straw, I used some cardboard, some brown paper, anything fits, just as long as you don't use actual hay or straw. Well, you could actually use it, but hey, if you don't want your mock to be dirty or be stained, for the side builds, you could add a house. Another side build that you can do is this well. You could make cracks with some slopes and some bricks as a combination. Put some snot bricks to use and put some plates, some wings on them, and make some cracks. Special thanks for my brother for making this. Actually, cut that part.
Why?
Another side build that you can do is a well. You can make use of some parts, some slopes, some bricks for cracks, and you can make use of some snap bricks, some wing pieces, some cheese slopes to make a rock structure. Put some blue bricks down there and it will look like it's water. Boom. Oh well. Another side build that you can do is a river. Well, you will only want to put the rocks on this side. So on a 90-degree scale, and put some slopes, some gray bricks, light gray bricks, cheese slopes, and other parts. Here I made the river with some blue bricks, some translucent blue studs, and I put some spiders, crocodile right there, and some other animals. And for this hill, you could make it from some parts of yourselves, but if you want to make it more realistic or have a different variety, it's okay. But if you want to save up your parts usage, just use this. Then you could decorate it with some bricks, some tiles, and other things, and some mini animals like scorpions, spiders, and who knows what else. Alright guys, that's all for today's video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.